When you give someone distance, it often initiates a process of self-reflection, not just for you, but for them as well. This distance serves as a powerful catalyst for introspection, allowing both parties to step outside the emotional whirlwind of the relationship and assess what has transpired. Imagine being in a close relationship where emotions run high and reactions are often immediate and visceral. In those moments, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. But when you create space, it's like pressing pause on a movie. You suddenly see the storyline more clearly, the character arcs, and the pivotal moments that led to the current state of affairs. For many, this time apart can trigger profound reevaluation of their feelings and actions. They may begin to consider questions that previously eluded them. What did I truly want from this relationship? What role did I play in its challenges? What do I genuinely miss about that person? These reflections often lead to realizations about their own behaviors and choices that contributed to the relationship dynamics. They might come to understand how their own insecurities or misunderstandings affected their actions. In this space, they are free from the emotional noise that often clouds judgment. They can think more clearly about the qualities that drew them to you in the first place and what they might have taken for granted. This can be an eye-opening experience. As they reflect, they may start to recognize the value of your presence, the warmth of your support, and the joy you brought into their life. Moreover, when someone is forced to confront their feelings in solitude, they often have to face uncomfortable truths. They might have to confront their own fears of commitment or acknowledge that they didn't appreciate you as they should have. This process can be uncomfortable, but it is essential for emotional growth. Self-reflection in solitude can lead to a stronger understanding of oneself, which is critical for any meaningful relationship moving forward. As they ponder these insights, a shift occurs. They may find themselves reaching for their phone, hesitating to text, or even planning a conversation in their mind. And this self-reflection not only brings clarity to their own emotions, but also highlights the potential for a healthier relationship dynamic in the future. They begin to see you as someone worthy of their time and effort, someone who deserves to be appreciated rather than taken for granted. In essence, the distance you've created serves as a mirror, reflecting not only their feelings, but also the depth of the connection that was once shared. It allows them to see both the love and the potential they may have overlooked. When they eventually come back, it's often fueled by these new realizations and a desire to rebuild what was lost, this time with a deeper understanding and appreciation. So while it may feel painful to create that distance, understand that it can lead to significant self-reflection and emotional growth on both sides. They may come back with a newfound appreciation, ready to value the relationship more than they did before. When you give someone distance, it creates a profound opportunity for them to recognize what they truly lost. Often, in the heat of a relationship, we take for granted the consistent presence of someone who genuinely cares. It's easy to become complacent, to overlook the small gestures of love and support that our partners provide. They become part of the backdrop of our lives, blending into the daily routine until suddenly they're not there anymore. That absence, however, becomes a stark reminder of their value. Imagine for a moment the sudden silence that follows the departure of someone important. The little things like shared laughter over breakfast, spontaneous text during the day, or even just knowing that someone is there for you transform from mere background noise into a haunting echo. When you step back, they are forced to confront the vacuum left in your absence. This can lead to a powerful awakening of emotions that they may have buried or ignored during the relationship. During this time, they might begin to idealize the moments you shared together, reflecting on your unique qualities and how those contributed positively to their life. They start to remember your support during tough times, your ability to make them laugh, or how you inspired them to pursue their passions. The gap you left can serve as a canvas upon which they project their memories. And inevitably, the image that forms is one filled with warmth and affection. The contrast between what was and what is can become glaringly apparent, prompting them to appreciate you in ways they never did before. It's crucial to understand that this realization is often tied to their emotional growth. They start to recognize their dependency on you, not in a negative sense, but as an acknowledgement of the strength you provided. The absence can illuminate their vulnerabilities, their own shortcomings, and the ways they may have failed to nurture the relationship. This newfound perspective can stir feelings of regret, prompting them to consider what it might look like to rekindle the connection they once had with you. As they reflect, they may experience a mix of nostalgia and longing. Memories that seemed trivial before now feel significant, and the bond you shared becomes something they yearn to revive. They might find themselves revisiting old messages, scrolling through photos, and reliving the happiest moments you created together. This is when the emotional weight of your absence truly begins to sink in. Moreover, this recognition can lead to an awakening of their desire for connection. They may start to question whether they were fully present in the relationship and what they could do differently if given another chance. This desire is not solely about rekindling what was lost. It's about the opportunity to build something even stronger. The desire to reach out often intensifies as they come to terms with the lessons learned during this period of separation. Ultimately, this process of recognition is about more than just longing. It's about transformation. They may emerge from this experience with a deeper understanding of the importance of valuing those they care about. When they come back, it often stems from a genuine desire to rebuild with a newfound appreciation for what they once had. The lessons learned during this time apart not only highlight their feelings for you, but also prepared them to approach the relationship with a more profound sense of respect and commitment. So as painful as the distance may seem, know that it can lead to a powerful realization for them. They come back not only because they miss you, but because they have truly understood your value in their life. It's this understanding that often transforms a relationship into something richer, more fulfilling, and resilient than it ever was before. When you give someone space, it often creates a reflective environment where both parties can reassess their feelings and priorities. This introspection is vital, especially in relationships where emotions can become entangled and complicated. The absence of direct interaction provides clarity. It allows for a much-needed pause to think about what truly matters. In this period of separation, your absence can lead them to confront their own emotions and motivations. They may start to question their behavior during the relationship, reflecting on what led to the need for distance in the first place. Did they take you for granted? Were they fully invested in the relationship, or were they distracted by other aspects of life? This self-examination is essential for growth, as it pushes them to recognize patterns and behaviors that may not have served them well in the past. As they delve into their thoughts, they begin to acknowledge their role in the dynamics of the relationship. They may discover that the issues you faced together were not solely your responsibility. This recognition can shift their perspective, making them more empathetic toward your feelings and experiences. It's an awakening that can often lead to personal growth, which is crucial for any healthy relationship. Furthermore, during this reflective time, they might also gain a deeper understanding of their feelings for you. The space allows them to explore the intensity of their emotions without the immediate influence of the relationship dynamics. It's in this quiet that they can honestly assess how much they value you and what you brought to their life. They start to see the difference between companionship and true connection. This can lead to a newfound appreciation for what you offered, highlighting aspects of your personality and behavior that they may have overlooked before. This realization can also be accompanied by a sense of longing. They may find themselves reminiscing about the joyful moments you shared, from the laughter that filled the room to the quiet, tender moments that solidified your bond. It's not uncommon for someone to begin idealizing those memories, viewing the past through a rose-colored lens. This nostalgic reflection serves as a reminder of the happiness you brought into their life, reigniting feelings that may have waned during the relationship. Moreover, as they think through their feelings and behaviors, they are likely to confront their own fears and insecurities. They may realize that they have not been as secure or confident in themselves as they once thought. This awareness can be a catalyst for change, encouraging them to confront their issues directly rather than pushing them aside. It is during this time of introspection that they might seek personal development, whether through self-help resources, therapy, or simply engaging in conversations with trusted friends. This journey of self-discovery can also lead them to appreciate the value of communication and vulnerability. They may come to understand that genuine relationships thrive on openness and honesty, and that their previous reluctance to share their feelings contributed to the distance you now face. Armed with this new understanding, they are likely to approach you with a renewed commitment to communicate more effectively, demonstrating a willingness to work through issues collaboratively. Ultimately, this time apart allows them to envision a future that includes you, but with the lessons learned from their past behavior in mind. When they do reach out, it's often with a more mature perspective, ready to engage in deeper conversations and to show you the respect you deserve. They may express a desire not just to return to the relationship as it was, but to build something stronger, rooted in understanding and mutual appreciation. In summary, the reflective space that distance creates enables them to gain clarity about their feelings and behaviors. It fosters self-awareness, prompting them to reevaluate their role in the relationship and acknowledge what they may have taken for granted. This self-examination is not only vital for their growth, but also paves the way for a more meaningful reconnection. By the time they come back, they are often equipped with a newfound understanding of what it truly means to value someone and the importance of nurturing that connection with care and intention. When you choose to give someone distance, it can trigger a profound sense of loss on their part. This experience is often filled with a mixture of emotions, primarily stemming from the sudden realization of what they may have taken for granted in the relationship. The absence of your presence can be jarring, forcing them to confront not only the emptiness left behind, but also the emotional void that they now have to navigate. As the days turn into weeks, the weight of this absence can grow heavier. They may find themselves reminiscing about the small but meaningful moments you shared, the laughter, the late night conversations, the shared dreams. Each of these memories serves as a reminder of the joy you brought into their life. This recollection can become increasingly poignant, leading them to realize just how significant your role was in their happiness. This sense of loss often brings about a range of emotions: sadness, regret, and even fear. They might start to question their decisions, wondering if the distance was worth it. The fear of losing you permanently can become overwhelming. In this state of reflection, they may come to recognize that your absence signifies not just a gap in their daily routine, but also a deeper emotional connection that they undervalued while you were together. During this period of mourning, they may also experience moments of panic. They could find themselves caught in a cycle of what ifs, imagining scenarios where they could have acted differently to prevent the situation from escalating to this point. This could spark feelings of guilt, leading them to grapple with their past mistakes and misjudgments. It's common for them to replay conversations in their minds, wishing they could rewrite the script to avoid hurting you or to have expressed their feelings more openly. As the reality of your distance sets in, they might start to take stock of their own emotional landscape. This introspection can prompt them to acknowledge their own vulnerabilities, recognizing that they might have been the architect of their own emotional turmoil. They could come to understand how their actions or inactions led to your need for space, and how that reflects their relationship with themselves as much as it does with you. The grief of losing you can also catalyze a desire for personal growth. In the face of this emotional pain, they might seek ways to improve themselves, whether through self-reflection, therapy, or simply by engaging in new experiences that broaden their perspective. This journey of self-discovery can empower them to address their shortcomings and work toward becoming a better partner in the future. The realization that losing you has created an opportunity for personal development can be a pivotal moment for them, shifting their focus from despair to hope. As time passes, the initial shock of your absence may gradually transform into a deeper understanding of what it means to truly value someone. They might begin to appreciate the intricacies of love, realizing that it requires effort, communication, and most importantly, recognition of the other person's worth. This newfound perspective can be enlightening, helping them to cultivate empathy and gratitude for the relationship they once had. Furthermore, the absence you create allows them to recognize the importance of reciprocity and love. They may come to understand that relationships thrive on mutual appreciation and respect, and that their previous tendencies to take you for granted were detrimental. This awareness can lead them to seek ways to reconnect with you, not just to fill the void of your absence, but to build a more substantial and fulfilling relationship moving forward. When they finally decide to reach out, it is often with a mixture of vulnerability and newfound determination. They are likely to express their feelings more openly, communicating the lessons learned during the time apart. Their outreach may come with a sense of urgency, born from the realization that they don't want to miss out on the opportunity to rebuild what was lost. They might convey a desire to make amends and to demonstrate how they have changed, all in the hopes of rekindling the connection that once brought you both so much joy. In conclusion, the emotional journey that comes with giving someone distance is complex but transformative. The feelings of loss, regret, and reflection create a fertile ground for personal growth and understanding. When they come back, they do so not only with a renewed appreciation for you, but also with a commitment to fostering a deeper, more meaningful relationship. This growth is a testament to the power of absence, as it can lead to a reconnection that is stronger and more resilient than before. When you create distance in a relationship, it can often serve as a mirror reflecting the deeper issues that may have been ignored or overlooked. This period of separation gives both parties a chance to step back and take a hard look at what was really happening beneath the surface. For the person you've distanced yourself from, this reflection can lead to significant realizations about their own behavior, motivations, and desires. One of the most profound shifts occurs when they begin to confront their own insecurities. In the absence of your support and companionship, they may start to question their worth and significance. This can lead to an inner dialogue that pushes them to dig deep and ask, why did I take this person for granted? It forces them to recognize any patterns of neglect that might have contributed to the current state of affairs. Acknowledging this may not be easy, but it is essential for personal growth. As they reflect on the relationship, they might start to recognize that their past actions or lack of action might have stemmed from their own fear of vulnerability. Sometimes people shy away from showing true emotions or commitments because they fear being hurt or rejected. This defense mechanism can lead to a pattern of emotional unavailability, which ironically drives their loved ones away. The distance you've created serves as a catalyst for them to confront these fears head on. They may find themselves questioning whether their desire for independence overshadowed their willingness to invest in a meaningful connection. Another critical realization that may dawn on them during this time is the impact of communication or the lack thereof. They might begin to see how important it is to express their feelings openly and honestly. This period apart often highlights how miscommunication can breed misunderstanding, leading to assumptions that can destroy a relationship. The silence can be deafening, prompting them to recognize that they must develop the courage to communicate their thoughts and feelings in a more constructive way. As they analyze the dynamics of the relationship, they may also begin to appreciate the sacrifices you made, which often went unnoticed or unappreciated. They might reflect on the little things you did, how you supported their dreams, offered encouragement during tough times, or even the mundane moments that built a strong bond. This appreciation can be profound as they realize that relationships thrive on mutual respect and recognition of each other's efforts. This acknowledgement of your contributions can create a strong motivation for them to change their approach and to express their gratitude more openly. During this time of reflection, they may also gain insight into their own emotional needs. They might realize that they were not just taken from the relationship, but that they also had a responsibility to nurture it. This understanding can inspire them to seek not only to rebuild the connection, but to ensure it is based on mutual emotional support and understanding. They might start to evaluate what they need from a partner and how they can reciprocate that energy and affection. Moreover, they may come to understand the importance of balance in a relationship. They can recognize that giving space and time doesn't mean giving up. It means valuing the other person enough to allow for growth and reflection. This insight can be transformative as it encourages them to see distance not as a rejection, but as an opportunity for growth, both individually and as a couple. With these revelations, they may find themselves feeling a renewed sense of urgency to reconnect with you. They realized that you were not just a part of their life, you were a significant contributor to their happiness and well-being. The distance has illuminated the fact that they genuinely want to be with you, but this time they are more prepared to engage in a healthier way. They may approach you with newfound wisdom and a promise to be more present and attuned to your needs. As they prepare to reach out, it's essential to acknowledge that this process doesn't negate the past mistakes made, but instead emphasizes the lessons learned. They may want to express their understanding of the emotional labor involved in maintaining a relationship and how they plan to be more mindful moving forward. Their outreach will likely be accompanied by a mix of vulnerability and determination as they aim to communicate their desire to rekindle the connection with a fresh perspective. In conclusion, the distance you've established serves as a powerful catalyst for introspection and growth. It prompts the person you've distanced yourself from to confront their insecurities, communication gaps, and the value of appreciation within a relationship. These revelations can lead to meaningful changes that not only enhance their character, but also enrich the relationship, making it stronger and more fulfilling. When they come back, it's not just about reigniting what was lost, but about building something even better, one that is grounded in understanding, respect, and genuine love. When you create distance in a relationship, it's often an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery for both parties involved. This distance allows the person who has been distanced to reevaluate their priorities and to contemplate their relationship with you from a different perspective. They may begin to see things they overlooked when they were too close or too comfortable in the relationship. This newfound clarity can lead to a transformative journey. During this time apart, they may start to engage in self-reflection. They might think about what they truly want in life and in relationships. The absence of your presence can trigger deep introspection about their values, their goals, and the kind of love they desire. In this moment of solitude, they can explore their own feelings and desires without the noise of everyday life or the influence of your presence. They might consider the attributes they admire in you and how those qualities align with their aspirations. This period of reflection can also make them appreciate the importance of being vulnerable. They may realize that emotional vulnerability is crucial for building deeper connections. In the past, they might have held back their feelings, fearing judgment or rejection. However, being apart allows them to acknowledge that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. They might begin to see that showing emotions and being open about their struggles can foster a stronger bond between partners. This realization can inspire them to embrace their true selves and to approach you with authenticity. As they continue to reflect, they might discover that they have neglected their own emotional health. They may come to understand that being in a relationship requires them to take responsibility for their feelings. This period of distance can serve as a reminder that love is not just about the joy and laughter shared, but also about navigating challenges together. They may reflect on their past actions, recognizing that they need to work on their emotional resilience to create a more balanced and nurturing partnership. So another essential aspect of this self-discovery process is the realization that they may have taken your love for granted. Being apart might help them understand how much you truly meant to them. They might recall moments when you showed support or provided comfort and realize that these acts of kindness and care were not just trivial gestures, but significant contributions to their happiness. This recognition can prompt them to appreciate you more deeply and to consider how they can reciprocate that love moving forward. During this time of introspection, they might also engage in personal development activities. They may choose to read self-help books, attend workshops, or seek therapy, all aimed at enhancing their understanding of themselves and their relationships. By investing in their personal growth, they not only work on becoming a better partner, but also enrich their own lives. This commitment to self-improvement can be a powerful motivator for them to reconnect with you, bringing a new, more evolved version of themselves to the table. Moreover, they might start to understand the significance of setting healthy boundaries. Distance provides them with the space to consider what boundaries are essential for a thriving relationship. So they might realize that boundaries are not barriers. Instead, they are protective measures that foster respect and understanding. They may begin to envision how they can create a healthier dynamic with you, one that acknowledges both partners' needs without compromising their individuality. As they embark on this journey of self-discovery, they may find themselves gaining confidence. The realization that they can thrive independently can empower them to approach the relationship from a position of strength rather than fear or insecurity. They might begin to feel excited about the prospect of reconnecting, equipped with a clearer sense of identity and purpose. This confidence can translate into a willingness to communicate openly, express feelings candidly, and engage in meaningful conversations about the future of your relationship. As they prepare to reach out, they may carry a newfound understanding of the importance of gratitude. They might recognize that taking the time apart has allowed them to appreciate not only your love, but also the beauty of companionship itself. This gratitude can lead them to approach you with a sense of humility and respect, eager to express their appreciation for your patience and understanding during the distance. In conclusion, this journey of self-discovery is a powerful catalyst for change. The distance you've established allows them to explore their feelings, recognize their emotional needs, and understand the true value of love and vulnerability. When they eventually come back, it's with a deeper understanding of themselves and a renewed appreciation for you. They approach the relationship with fresh insights, prepared to contribute more meaningfully and to nurture the bond that may have been strained. This process not only strengthens their character, but also lays the foundation for a more authentic and lasting connection.